Good evening, everyone. I'm going to be talking about several things this afternoon. One being I need to make a correction about the Sebastian Rogers live. I almost said Roberts again. That is the correction I need to make. I was stating Sebastian Roberts for some apparent reason, which I think I know why now, and I'll explain just a moment. I actually, when I did his, just a small read on him, his cold read, I actually wrote his name, Sebastian Rogers. So I shouldn't have been saying Sebastian Roberts. That for me usually is something that spirit does to me. It uses my energy, and sometimes I'll say things without not even realizing I'm saying them. Now, Roberts is actually somebody by the name of James Roberts, missing in North Carolina, 7 hours away. Now, from what I've been shown, he's been missing almost 7 years now. I believe he was 24 when he went missing, and I always list them when they go missing. I always say by the age that they went missing by. So he was 24, I believe, and he's never been found. So I don't know if that was like an upcoming thing. Someone was going to ask me to do the case, or it usually happens like that to me in my private readings that I do locally. We just had someone pass away here about 2 miles from my house, and I had actually been visiting my sister a week prior to, and the person that passed away in the accident, the name actually came up the week prior to, and I thought it was somebody her husband knew. So I left it alone. You know, being a medium, you're just like a big radio. You receive messages and you're tuned in and you get all sorts of things. Now, I dreamt about the number 930. Usually when I dream numbers, you all know what that means for me. That means death or birth. And I had just found out yesterday that what the person's name was that I spoke at my sister's house, and the time that he passed away was 9:30. And the night that I was told to stop, that is the reason why. Because upcoming, the reason why is, come to find out, one of my local clients, that was her son-in-law's family. So I couldn't figure out why, you know, what was the connection with me, and why did I hear this a week prior to. That's the hard thing about psychic impressions. You know, not being able to understand. I don't understand why I do this. I just do it. It's just who I am and part of what happens to me. I can't explain anything other than that. So that was the stop, because I was, as I was doing the live, he was dying. He had already crossed over, and he came to me and spoke his name that night as well. And I still didn't know who he was, because I didn't get his first name. I only got his last name. So I'm not knowing that was his last name. I assumed it was just a person's first name. So, you know, it's not always as upfront in your face and easy to read. You have to understand. You have to work with the energy. But me not knowing at the time, during a whole live, what's going on, that was the confusion. That was the stop. That was what that was. So now the Roberts last name, I will see about looking into that eventually, because we're working on Sebastian right now. I will be doing a live for questions for the public August 19th. August 19th. Do you hear me? See, this is another thing I'm talking about just a minute ago. Not August 19th. There's a reason why I said August 19th. Pay attention to the date I just said. There's something that's going to be coming on August 19th. What, I don't know yet, but that was a very specific, I need to say that come out of my mouth. It was like a pull. April 19th, 9 p.m., I will be doing public questions on a live, and see what comes through spiritually for the public. April 20th is going to be the 9 p.m. members only live for the paid memberships that people go through membership perks with me. It's a more in-depth private time with me to have, you know, see what comes through, what family members come through, questions about psychic impressions, letting them know things about cases, you know, past past tense. And then I would like to do something for Sebastian as a community, as with the public. Possibly do a form of like a healing meditation on live. I think that would be really wonderful for his energy. When you have multiple people involved in looking for someone, using your energy spiritually and speaking certain words, it's a very, very, it's like a attunement that comes together like a chain, and it comes together like this, so to speak, energy-wise, if I can explain it in an easy way. And it locks in, and it's like focusing all together in one, as a whole. So I think that's a more positive aspect to also helping Sebastian, because not only are we going to be sending his energy, healing energy, we're going to be doing, it's like a form of meditative affirmation. He will be found. He is going to be found, a certain date, a certain time. You want to have it so specific so it locks it into the universal atmosphere. Now, I will also be doing once a month predictions. This is something new for me. It's something that I want to try just for this year and see how everything goes. I'm not too keen on doing that, but it's time for me to expand and use this gift as far as it can go. Now, to do a yearly prediction, I will be doing that a certain time of the year, only once a year. I will be doing that on the summer solstice. I believe it's this year it's June 21st. So that's when I will be doing my year prediction for the year, for this coming year. Now, at any given point, public questions become irrational. If they become rude and nasty, not only if I have to, I'll shut the live down. I will block and mute out anybody that I need to. We are all here to help Sebastian, and from what I just was told today, there was a search team that had death threats, and there was also posters being taken down, which I think, one, is very strange, because why are you doing that to a little child that needs to be found? There's something a whole lot more, a smoke screen to this, and that's really sickening if you're trying to take away from the child and that sense of missing. So I believe I'm hearing something again about the dad, his real father, his biological father. It's just his name being mentioned, Seth. I don't feel his father did anything to him, so that's not what I'm getting at here. When Spirit is telling me a name, the father's name, over and over again, there's something that I need to know about the dad. I'm just not sure what yet, so I don't want to go into great detail like that. I do think he is doing what he's supposed to do as a father. I don't know what cash would have to do with anything. I'm being shown like a piece of paper, and I'm hearing cash. I don't get any bad vibes from his dad right now. I don't have that. I need to go look at him. I need to go check his energy. I don't believe he did anything to his son. And then in the last live for Sebastian I just did, I heard the name Paul, and I'm also hearing it again. So to me, that has to do with something to do with Sebastian. So I'm going to be working with Sebastian's energy this week to see if he's actually crossed over. I do feel he's gone, but what I think in speculation versus what comes through in spirit is two different things. I can say something, like in Summer Wells' case, when I first did her case, I had been working with the energy. I heard the word rock, so I assumed that maybe she hit her head and drowned. It was very strange how it's like you couldn't get a fix on her energy. And then the other things came up eventually, one after another. So to me, there's a lot of similarities in this case, like Summer. And now I'm hearing Don Wells. So I do believe that it's a little strange that these two kind of coincide. Oh, they just disappeared in thin air. And how many years later now, Summer's still missing and no one can find her. I don't believe that there's enough happening for her or Sebastian. I mean, I do believe that there was hard people working on the case to go look for her, volunteers, everything else, just like Sebastian. I do believe that there are searches going on and they're doing, a lot of things are getting done in Sebastian's case, but it's, for me, something's not fitting with the whole when it comes to, and I don't want to play the blame game yet because I fully haven't even gotten into his case yet. So I want to just truly speculate here. Something just feels off because I've listened to the interview I asked to be sent to me, and to listen to the stepfather and the mother. There's something definitely wrong, and it's like a veil. It's a shroud being hidden. There's something behind the veil that's being hidden, and it's not a good thing. Sebastian didn't walk out of that house. And autistic children, are afraid of the dark. I mean, you can look that up. Most autistic children are afraid of the dark. I don't believe he would go out into the night. That's just not applicable for me. I don't believe that. And that's just me saying I know this because I've worked in a school with autistic children. They are highly afraid of the dark. And they're very, very particular about cleanliness, their feet, their hands, electronics. So the fact that he left without shoes and a phone, I'm not buying that. I'm being told fail. So now that means someone's probably going to fail a poly. He was failed as a child. So he wasn't protected in the proper way. I will get to that. I just want to look more into that because I saw a vision twice and it had to do with the stepfather. I just want to look further into that before I actually state it publicly, because I don't want to put out something that's not matching spiritually versus mentally. I have to be correct on what I see and what I feel. I have to match those two. But I do know he had a severe discord with the boy. I don't believe he felt an ounce of love for him. It's almost like he despised him and he had to just deal with him. It was more of a, I'm with her. It's like almost like in some point he had to have given her, I guess, maybe an ultimatum, or you either have to send him with his father or we're just not going to be together anymore. That's, I guess, what an ultimatum would sound like. I did ask about wanting to hear their voices for a reason, because a voice will tell you a lot about somebody. If you can close your eyes, and this is a way you test your intuition, you close your eyes and you listen to people's voices, and you're going to feel a sense of raised heartbeat in certain voice octones. You're going to feel maybe a sense of fear. You're going to feel a sense of anxiety when you listen to a voice with your eyes closed. If we worked in that way more often, you'd actually be able to use your senses with your intuition a lot better. I did get a question, do I work with other mediums? Do I work with other YouTubers? In order for me to do that, it would have to be a reputable person. If it's another psychic medium or a psychic, I have to be able to trust you with information I'm giving you. If it's something that's not supposed to go out to the public, and I keep things from the public on purpose sometimes due to the fact that it's safety concerns for the family, or letting out too much of the information can help the suspect. That's one of the things that I work. Once I do 1 or 2 videos, I work very quietly after that with the family. In this case, to me, speculation here until I work further into the case, to me, there's something seriously wrong with the situation at home. And I want to work a little bit more of that, like I said. If I'm going to work with a YouTuber, it has to be someone that's very trusted, that won't leak information, and any information would have to go to the police. You can't just put it out there. I don't care how many people comment on I'm grateful that you guys are on here with me and we're on this journey together, but a lot of people are doing things to get subscribers and just views and things. I will help anybody. I don't care if I had 10 subscribers, as long as I'm out there helping people. And it's also the reason why I'm not on here a million times a day or so many times a month. I try to get on here when I can, because I do have a certain amount of set group of people that want that spirit information, that want that healing message. A medium should never worry about, and I've got this several times from people about another psychic medium, or I believe her name was Donna. I am grateful for any other medium that helps in cases. My reading sounds similar to another person. I don't care who believes me. I don't care. I have nothing to prove at all. If I was a fake, I would be stressing things on a level of, I don't care who believes in what I do. I've been doing this for years. I don't care. I have nothing to prove to anybody. That's just me. That's it. So that's the points I wanted to get across today. We definitely have to do our job to help out with missing people, because it's like everything's falling apart in this country. Children are going missing at a high rate. Murders are happening at the highest rate possible that they've been that's since long ago on record form. Whatever's happening out there, there's less law enforcement help, and when there is law enforcement help, they only have certain things that they can do because budget cuts, or there's all this other crazy things going on in the world right now. And if we don't help ourselves and help our neighbor, the family down the road, we're going to be a doomed society. We really have to start helping more. As hard as that is, it doesn't matter if it's your kid or not. If you see something wrong with the kid, go tell the parent. Go make sure that the kid's okay. Community used to be that way. Now, all we keep seeing is child goes missing, child found dead, woman found dead, man found in a dumpster. It's only getting worse out there. And for us to work up as a community, this is really got to start working out for people and get along, because I've never seen people argue over just YouTube over things. To me, it makes no sense. If you really care about finding somebody, then find them. Don't go harassing and trolling people on Facebooks or YouTube or anything that you think of. it's not helping the situation. What did you gain from it? Nothing. We're supposed to be helping. Let's continue to do that in a positive way. Okay? Okay, everybody. I will see you all the 19th of this week coming, 9 p.m. That is going to be for live questions for the Sebastian Rogers case. I do apologize for saying Roberts. Like I said, to me, I didn't even realize it, because when spirit takes over like that, it's a very, I say things quickly. It's just how it happens with me. When I'm sorry, I'm getting something, and it's a certain thing that I'm trying to not state on here because it's private. And as soon as we do that live, the following day is for perk members only. It gives them their set time with me, more privacy. And then I will be doing a spiritual awakening video. A lot of people have asked for that specifically because a lot of people are going through a spiritual awakening. And they're getting a sense of unbalance. You have the mundane world, and when you hit a spiritual awakening, everything gets turned upside down, because when you awaken, you really see things with a more open perspective. The sky isn't just blue, the grass isn't just green. You start to feel more, you start to see more spiritually, and it can feel lonely because you can't make other people believe you in that sense. So that's just a little get into what's an upcoming. But everybody, I want you to have a great afternoon. Stay safe out there, and please get along for these missing children. They really need our help, okay? I'll see everybody at 9 p.m. Public questions for Sebastian Rogers on the 19th.